Hello and welcome back to the Sheffield United simulation series. I am trying to upload as much as I can, but due to what I do for a living, it is pretty difficult. If you don't know, I am a registered carer for my disabled mother, so I do find it pretty difficult to get time in to do these. So, hopefully, I am uploading kind of regularly. I am trying, but let's get into better matters. We are taking on Southampton. We are away. They are in 12th position. We are in 13th. We are definitely going to be wanting to look for the 3 points here. They are 2 points above us. We sit in 13th place. We need to start pushing up, because look at this. 11th place Burnley are on 40 points. They are 8 points in front of us. So we're going to have to make a massive push to try and get up the table. And with a manager rating of 65, it is looking pretty bleak. But their last 3 games has resulted in 2 wins and a loss. They lost against they won against Fulham. They lost 3-1 against Chelsea, and they just managed to squeeze a win past Burnley. How will the first team of Sheffield United fare against Southampton? We are away from home. Oh yes, and we come away 3-0 winners. Schmidt getting a brace with 2 goals. He is a pretty good player. Got a goal in the 30th minute. He put away a penalty in the 59th minute. And then Hlozek coming on as a sub in the 69th minute. And then scoring in the 70th minute. That is a big, big result for us. We definitely needed that win there. So let's have a look at training. We've got Al-Habsi is now up to a 70 rated. I'm just trying to get reacquainted with these players. Let's have a look. Who do we have? Baker, Davies, Barron. Gary, what a good signing. He's been 80 rated now. That's phenomenal. There still are a couple of players floating around that we do need to try and, I want to say, offload. But, yeah. It's going to be a bit difficult. Any of these? Kaja, Razak. Wow, 6'7". Alright, let's put a bit of training into you. Let's have a look. Defensive awareness. There we go. Let's simulate, see how these boys get on. A C and an F from Al-Habsi. Kavian with a B. Malgliore with a B. And Petrosky with a D. Wow, need to be seen better than that. So that's this. Munier needs to be playing more. Okay. Let's make a little bit of a change. Bring off Mousset and put Munier on. There we go. That'll keep him happy. Hopefully. So, overall, I don't think we did too bad. You know, the first season we pushed really well to get where we did. And, counting your decisive moments. There we go. You're happy. And, now just to be slammed in the second season, it's kind of difficult. You know, the board are asking a lot of us. But, you know, Costa's unhappy. Okay, so why are you unhappy? I need to be totally straight with you. The lack of playing opportunities is harming. What? You're playing near enough every game. Inevitable. Okay, so it looks like we might be having to sell him. Well, I'll put him on the transfer list. That is ridiculous. I'll tell you what, though, we do have some good young keepers. Look at this. Markovic, he's out on loan. Not too bad. Alright, where are you? Here you are. How much are you? 10 million. Wow, you're only worth 10 million? Okay. Well, that's fine though, because we do have him on the left. But we do have a youngster. Oh, where are you? Doobie-doo. Let's have a look. We do have Davies, who's 77 rated now. He can play left midfield and left centre mid. We also have up-and-coming Taylor Baker. So it really isn't going to be much of a loss. We also do have this young guy here from Poland, Michael Barron. You know, we've got some good players coming up on the left. We've also got Lance Mitchell out on loan at the moment. He's gone up by 3. He's 69 rated. I mean, we're definitely not short on that role there on the left-hand side, but we're now going to be taking on Fulham. They're sat in 14th place on 31 points. We are on 35, 5 points now behind Burnley. Can a prize win against Fulham? You would have thought Fulham should be on our side. The last 3 games has been 1 win against Leicester, which was 2-0. They lost 2-1 against Southampton, who we managed to beat, and they lost against Wolves as well, a 2-1 defeat. So how will our first team fare against a lacklustre Fulham? Wow, we get smashed. Perotti with a penalty in the 6th minute, Dennis with a goal in the 41st, and Mitrovic in the 66th minute. How are they sat in 14th place when they smashed us like that? Wow, was not expecting that result. That is a big shock for us. You know, that is a big wake-up call. The players need to start finding some form, as we will be having to find ourselves a new job. Oh dear. Okay, so we have a transfer offer for Acosta. 10.5 million from Sevilla. We could get between 9.7 and 14.2. Okay, so we will negotiate with him. Sevilla is a big club, you know, and I'd love to see him go to a big club. He definitely deserves it. It's just with the way we rotate around, you know, we rotate. We rotate the team. Simple as that. We want to keep all the players happy. They're only willing to pay 10.5. That's about 14.2. I think that is a fair offer. This is our final offer. I'm telling you right now, my final offer is 14. I'm not going any lower than that. Completely. Well, get out of my office, you sponge. That is ridiculous. 77 rated, and he was only willing to offer me 500k more. That is disgusting. Just get away from the stadium. Get away from it. Just ridiculous. He is still a really good player. Right, so we are now taking on West Bromwich Albion. Where do they find themselves in the league? They are in 18th on 23 points. We are in 12th on 35. This is going to be a big game. Surely you would have thought on paper we are the better team. But let's go in with the 2s, because we are taking on Manchester City. After the West Brom game, their last 3 games has been 2 draws and a win. So hopefully that we had against Fulham isn't going to hurt us too much. Hopefully these boys, the second team, get out there, get the job done. Come on, boys. Let's try and do the number over West Brom. 2-2, and Edwards comes on and gets on the equalising goal in the 85th minute, but Zakagni and Chlozek getting us the goals, and Sambi Lokongo and Edwards getting them the goals. Still, I will take the 1 point. It is still better than a loss. So we have another offer here from Lazio. Looks like we're getting fair amount of interest from Italy for him. We can get 14 between 9.7 and 14.2. I know, but come on now. I tell you what, I will accept 14. Just come in, say 14, shake my hand, you know, and he's going to be your player. There we go. Let's both just shake on this, and you can walk out my office happy. 12.1. At least they're willing to move on this. I tell you what, let's do 13.9. There we go. I think that is a fair offer. 13.3. You know what? I'm not going to grumble. They have come up. It's not a lot of money, but we do have some good youngsters coming up. One of them is now 77 rated anyway, so we will accept that. Hopefully, Acosta can agree terms. It will be sad to see him go. Being a really good player for us. And here we go again, the board. We're not on track. Manager rating of 65. We really do need to be plugging away, getting some good wins under our belt. And I am actually thinking about calling up that Pietrowski. I mean, 6'7", even if we do get the sack, I think his height is gonna help the team when he grows. So let's have a quick look. What do we have? We have so many good players here. Andres Pietrowski, 6'7". Let's promote you to the first team. Because if I do get the sack, I want to make sure that they do have a good crop of players. Frank Mathis. Connor Clark isn't old enough yet. I think that will do for now. We do have Nowak, but, you know, we'll just wait on him. So we did bring in another youngster. The right back. Let's have a look. Here he is. 17 years old. Oh, he can play centre back. That is brilliant. Alright, so 6'7", 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high defensive work, which is good. He stays back, stamina at 75, good jumping at 75, does get in there. Technically lacking, but you know, he's only 17, he has plenty of time to grow. But next we're taking on Manchester City. You know for a fact they're going to be probably sitting near the top end of the table. If we can get a shock win against these, it would be amazing. Where are they? They are sat in second place. After 33 games, they're on 80 points. Spurs are flying away. They've only had 2 losses out of 34 games and 5 draws on 86 points. They are flying really high. And then after Man City, we have Chelsea. It's going to be a very, very difficult games for us. So hopefully the first team are ready for this. Their last 3 games has resulted in a 2-0 win against Fulham, a 3-0 win against Roma, and they lost 1-0 to Liverpool. What is the damage going to be? 3-1. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. They did score 3 goals still, yeah, but we managed to get 1 back, so it wasn't a complete whitewash. Schmidt getting on the score sheet again. It's really good to see him getting on the score sheet. But next we're going to be taking on Chelsea. This is going to be a very, very difficult game. The last 3 games is 1 draw and 2 wins, both at 3-0, and we draw. We draw 1-1 with Chelsea. That is a fantastic result. Kovacic with a goal for Chelsea on the 20th minute. And then unfortunately Acosta, wanting to leave. He does get us the equalising goal in the 27th minute. But getting a draw against Chelsea is a fantastic result for us. Okay, so the offer is lackluster. Yeah, I don't really want to be accepting that. We will delegate. Started at 8. Don't sell him for any less than 7.2. I mean, he's only 24 years old, 76 rated, but we do have some other good young keepers that we've got out on loan. We've also got Al-Habsi as well, which we're training up, is now 71 rated. I mean, that's not too shabby considering we basically just got him full. The nostalgia name. Will we be taking on next? Oh, what's this? Just wanted to say a big thank you. Oh, we're a bit late now. I'm proud of you. Well, hopefully he does agree terms and does join the Italian team. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have from Greece. You're not good enough, and oh, look at this. Christophos Kournikis. 140,000? Yeah, we'll bring you in. Mavrudis, you're not good enough, I'm afraid. And Nikos Galonopoulos. You know what, we'll bring you in as well. So what else do we have from Poland? Kowalski, you're not good enough. Kowalski, you like the name Kowalski, don't you? So we've got, oh, good one here. 15 years old, overall could be between 53 and 71, potential 75 to 94. Thomas Wisniewski? I'm not too sure, but we have Nowak here. You're not good enough, my friend. We have Kasper. Is that Kasper or Kaper? Kaper? I'll just say Nowak. Let's have a look at you. 100,000. You know what? We'll bring you in. Kaminsky, you're not good enough, I'm afraid. And Zayat, you're not good enough. And what are you? 500,000 at 15 years old. If we do get the sack, I hope we don't get the sack before we are able to bring him in. He looks like he could be an absolute beast of a player for us. Wisniewski. 61 rated already. We're getting some pretty good players, and wow, yours is dropping. Halkeas. You know, we will bring you in as well. Why not? Got to bring some of these young players in, because if we get the sack, I don't want to lose out on these players. Jay Thomas. Oh, release player from the senior team. Well, you'll have to just wait then, I'm afraid. So here we go, taking on Watford now. Their last 3 games has been 1 win, 2 draws. We did get a brilliant draw against Chelsea, so it's form in our favour against Watford today. Oh, no, it's not. We go down 2-0 and get an injury to Mounier. Dini and Capoue with the goals for Watford. It's not what we want to be seeing there from the boys. A good game against Chelsea, and then just to go down like that. It's very sad. But, oh, look at this. Cavion has gone up to a 74 rated striker now. That is brilliant. Right, so Acosta has been sold. So let's bring in Davies. He's now 78 rated. Who do we have? Lozek. Bring you in. Got some really good, young, talented players. All fighting for a place. That is brilliant. I'm really happy with that. Actually, continue. Lozek, let's put you up top. Give you a run out. Let's, do you know what? Let's put Cavian on the bench. Let's see how he does. So there we go. Cavian now a place on the bench. And Davies out now, our registered left midfielder. Hlozek getting the chance to shine up top. Oh dear. So there we go. Confirmation that Luciano Acosta has agreed terms with Lazio for 13.3 million. And as soon as the window opens, 10 million will be allocated to our budget. Bogle has picked up a suspension for the next game, and Mounier is out for 12 days. So isn't too bad. We've got a fair amount of days before our next game, so just gives the players a bit of a chance to rest and get tuned for the game against Newcastle. How will Davies and Hlozek fare? Hopefully it is a good result. So their last 3 games have all been very, very big losses. But with the changes in the team, can Davies, the number 19, and Hlozek, number 17, do the number on Newcastle? On paper, you would have thought so with recent results. And no, not. Look at that. We go down 1-0 in the 8th minute from a goal from Aarons. Their form has been really poor in their last 3 games. It's just Lady Luck is not shining on us right now. We need to be getting really good results. We have the players to do it. We've got a really good team. It's just they don't seem to be gelling at the moment. And Palacios, he's getting pretty angry. Verup's price tag was too high. The suspension is over. And here we go. It was a tough decision. Not the right opponent. I don't usually want to blow my own trumpet. Yeah, well, you know, Acosta started blowing his own trumpet. Look where that got him. That got him a move to Lazio. So Boston fully recovered. Yeah, I'm not going to risk you. So let's go against Everton. The last 3 games is 2 wins and a draw. How will we do? Our form has been very poor. And again, smashed 3-0. A brace from Keane and a Iwobi, the number 17, with a goal. When is Sheffield United going to pick up that form that they had? It's just non-existent right now. Oh dear, the new season can't come quick enough. It really can't. But we haven't been sacked yet. So there is hope. So we've got tournament prize money of 124 million, just over. That isn't too bad, but do we get to keep our job next season? We finished after 38 games. We got 9 wins, 10 draws, and then we just went on that downward spiral of losses with 19 losses. We managed to score 33 goals. We just leaked like a tap. We had 60 goals against us, which is pretty good considering some of the teams. You know, Burnley had 66 against them. I mean, we can't really complain. We did do pretty good to keep that down, but 60 is still high. A minus 27 goal. Ended up on 7 points. So going down is West Bromwich Albion, Newcastle United, and Derby County. That is very unlucky for them. But hopefully, like I say, I hope we do keep our job. We have got in some pretty good young players. There are a couple that we are going to have to try and ship off. Right, so what's this? Archie Harris wants out of the youth team. Okay, so here is Archie Harris. I don't think you're good enough. Let's release you. Zawelski, let's just go through. Kaczmarek, you know, we'll keep you for now. You, we will release. Golowski, we'll release you. I know they have high potential, but Giannopoulos, we will release you. We have a couple of good left backs in right now. Okay, so Ferianis, I think we will release you as well. Right, so after a bit of wiggling around, freeing up some funds, so Tyler Ward, okay, let's go and have a look at Tyler Ward, even though I've just been in there. Tyler Ward, 1758 overall, no, I will release you. 1757. You know what? I'm going to be brutal. 53 overall. At 17, release. 55, 16, 63, 15. Okay, that'll do. Whew, dear. Say if they're a pretty good young age, then you know I don't mind. Okay, so Marseille have come in with a 6 million offer. I think that's fair for him, actually. I am going to accept that from Marseille. Plus, it'll free up some space in the team, so that will be 2 players leaving. Acosta and hopefully Zaccagni. Magliore, 65 rating defender already. That's pretty good. Yeah, but as soon as we started losing all them games, geez, I did start to worry that we would not make it to the end of the season. Okay, so there we go. Confirmation Zaccagni has been sold, which is fantastic. And Petrosky, the young right back who can play centre back, is now up to a 58 rating. But I mean, 6'7", can't really go wrong there. Okay, so Zaccagni has been sold for 6 million. We only got 4.2. Where does that money go? Okay, and the board saying we're not on track. Are we ever? Right, so let's see. So finish mid-table, we did that. They wanted us to reach the round of 32 of the FA Cup. We didn't manage to do that. And youth development, we still have 2 seasons. Brand exposure was low. That was very low. Domestic success was very low. And financial finish with at least 27 million profit transfer window. We just didn't have the players to sell to make that kind of money. I mean, that was really an unrealistic target. Alright, so we do have... Let's have a look at what we got. Wow, you're getting pretty tasty there from J. Thomas. Okay. So we have been offered a manager's role at Everton. I am going to reject it. Yeah, I don't want to be taken over as manager of Everton. Where did Everton finish? They finished in 5th. Why would they want a manager? Well, we did really well in the first season, but we finished 14th. Managed to save ourselves from relegation, finishing mid-table. But why would a 5th place Everton want a manager that got a team in 14th? Yeah, I have no idea. So we can just keep plodding along, getting in some training. Magliore up to a 66 rated defender. Won't be long, and Al-Hadzi will be up to a 72 rated goalkeeper, which will be fantastic. Oh, look at that. Keane grabs Player of the Month award, even though there's no games. I don't know how we got that one. Pardon me. So Al-Hadzi up to a 72 now. Petrosky up to a 59. That is going to be really good. But we need to have a look through our team, have a shuffle around, and see what we're going to do. Right, we have Green. He's 18 years old. He's out on loan. Oh, I don't think he's going to be good enough, so we will add you to the transfer list. Harrison, we're going to add you to the transfer list. Verips, he already wants to leave anyway. Palacios. Let's see if we can send you out on loan. Okay, so he's retiring. Magliore we're putting training into. Is out on loan. We've got Petrosky we're currently putting training into. Alright, so we've got Mitchell, he will be coming back pretty soon. We have Baker, Baran, we'll see if we can send you out on loan. Adshead, we have Carter. King, when he comes back, might look at selling him. Look at selling Antonio. Mathis, you will put you on the loan list. Bennett on the loan list. Nowak on the loan list. Okay, Duffy, you're retiring, so we'll get a space from you. Acosta and Zaccagni are leaving. We've got Hughes out on loan. Haber, all the potential to be special. We need to put some training into him. Hlozek is joining West Ham. We've got Max Robinson out on loan. Deschal, Mounier, Billy Sharp will be retiring, but we do have cover with Cavion, which is good. And we've got McBurney, Callum Robinson. He was doing really well for us, and then all of a sudden, you know, we basically fell off the planet. Just couldn't get results to save our life. Alright, so let's see what the players have to say. Thanks, boss. Alone moves what I need. Thanks, boss. Glad we're aligned. Glad we're aligned. Because, you know, I really don't want to lose these young players. I'm glad you decided to sell me. Yeah, me too. You know, we do have a lot of goalkeepers. You know, when some players come back from their loan spell, do we loan them back out? Do we just cash in on them? We are going to have to try and take our financial situation very, very seriously with the start of next season. It's going to be very, very tough to do, that's for sure. But hopefully we've got the players necessary. And Cavion now up to a 75 rated striker. That is fantastic. He is now peaking to near our first team players. Right, so we've got Cameron Murphy has returned from his loan. Adshead has returned from loan. Marcus Antonio has returned from loan. Markovic has returned. Max Robinson. Lance Mitchell, I was looking forward to him coming back. So, not too bad. So, that is going to be the end of this episode. Oh, did we manage to keep our job? We are looking forward to working with you again next season. Yes! Come on, gives us a chance of a fresh start next season. Oh, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. We need to make some massive changes next season, and there will be, trust me. So if you did enjoy this one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Until then, I will see you all really, really soon on this, the Sheffield United Simulation Series.